Hi, thanks for joining us for another episode of Money TV. I'm Don Balarjian. So glad you could be with us. Money TV is the program all about money and what makes it happen. Now, in Homer's ancient poem, the Iliad, the walls of the great city of Troy were described as being impossible to overcome, the impenetrable bastion of defense. Now, Priam, the last king of Troy, was so proud of his wall, he did not fear the invasion of the Greek forces who had come to avenge the taking of Helen. For the best part of the last 5 years, the Obama administration has had a protective wall as invulnerable as the walls of Troy. But rather than built with stone, Obama's walls were built with words, the words of the New York Times, Wall Street Journal, CNN, and NBC, to name but a few. So protective was the mainstream media of anything that was Obama that no matter how bad the news, how shameful the scandal, how secretive the operation, how expensive the spending, or how bold the mistruths, the media wall either passed them off as right-wing conspiracies, manufactured scandals, Tea Party craziness, or more frequently, they just simply failed to report on them at all. Now, just as the Trojan horse brought about the end of the mythical walls of Troy, so has the unraveling of Obamacare, barely 30 days into its initial implementation, begun to tear down the media's protective wall around Obama. This week, CNN analyst David Gergen described the administration as excelling in politics, but failing in execution of policies. The headline appeared at CNN.com, Obama under siege, referring to an access of trouble from Obamacare to NSA spying on our allies, even bringing up Benghazi. Remember Benghazi? Before this week, that was just a bump in the road. NBC News broke a story this week that the Obama administration knew more than 3 years ago that millions of Americans would have their health insurance canceled because of clauses in Obamacare, even while the president repeatedly assured the country, if you like your plan, you can keep your plan. Well, guess what? 10 million people are being forced to shop for a new plan. Bret Stephens in the Wall Street Journal slammed the president for failing to know about NSA spying on world leaders, but finding the time to play 146 rounds of golf while in office. In his op-ed piece entitled The Unbearable Lightness of Obama, Stephens cites no less than 11 news sources chronicling administrative inaction or missteps that have resulted in disastrous outcomes. The editorial board of the New York Times, referred to the White House's response to expanding disclosure of U.S. spying on our allies as pathetic, unsatisfying, and referring to Obama saying he didn't know about it as platitudes and an odd defense. All of this is making Fox News and Rush Limbaugh almost seem like presidential allies. In 1968, then-President Lyndon Johnson, responding to a blistering editorial from CBS News anchor Walter Cronkite, lamented sadly that if he had lost Cronkite, he had lost the country. History is repeating itself. It appears that Obama is losing CNN, the New York Times, NBC, and the Wall Street Journal. Obama's Trojan Wall is crumbling. Now, here's something that will never crumble. It's our toll-free number. It'll never cost you a dime to call us and get information about our featured guest, 888-259-4449. When you call, be sure and ask to be added to the subscription list of our free Money TV newsletter. Again, toll-free, 888-259-4449 from anywhere in the world. On your mobile phone, just text Money TV to go 800 or 46800. Be sure and visit us at moneytv.net. Please like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.